we're worried about here. That's actually going to be really cool. I hope that we can get to see Cobblestone. That would make me happy.
You see, we were just having this conversation earlier, man. Like, we're never going to see Cobble again. You know, it's just the changes have been made. They've been made too recently. There isn't enough time for the teams to be able to adjust. And here we go. You know, finals of a best of 3, you know, official match, and it's going to be Cobblestone to close it if we make it that far. But Inferno, the way that it broke down, basically, because Fnatic were in the winner bracket, EnVy were in the lower bracket. Fnatic got to pick the first map, and they got to pick their side. So that was the advantage that they would get coming from the winner bracket going into this first map. So Fnatic feeling pretty confident going up against EnVy here on Inferno. That's interesting, because EnVy they're not a team to be taken lightly on this map.
Definitely not. We'll have to see if Fnatic's, you know, comeback train can continue. They're already live, and there is no armor on anybody on Fnatic. They've got 3 HE grenades. Pronax and Flusher and also JW. That could get very interesting, very fast.
And this approach that EnVy are taking with the Kevlar, it's like the epitome of like brute force. This is some matchmaking stuff coming out here. Like, we're just gonna rely wholeheartedly on our aim. That's what's gonna get the job done. Full Kevlar, we're just gonna brute force our way onto a site. And what? Okay, they're heading back to T. So I think we might have a bit of a pause actually coming in here, because I think NBK is still in T spawn right now.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, okay, are they ready?
I think they were missing NBK there, so, you know. Actually, a bit of a shame. I hope that doesn't change Fnatic's tactics here,
exactly.
Because that idea of having so many grenades is actually kind of cool.
Especially when you hold on B site, because of that choke point that you have there. As soon as somebody tries to go YOLOing through the smoke or tries to, you know, start some kind of push, you wait a second, and then you both throw, one from CT, one from the main site. You just clobber whoever tries to come through that choke point with HE damage. So that could be a big opportunity there for Fnatic if they decide to go towards B.
And 3 people towards Arch. So, you know, they're giving up on apartments, but they've got a really good setup here, especially with all the HE grenades. Pronax spots a couple of people. Where are the HEs going to come in from Flusher? Peeking out here, but he's going to go down to Shox. JW in the corner still waiting, and he takes a lot of shots to kill MBK, but they're going to lose the bomb site. And look at the T-ramp as well.
Oh, Happy is lurking. No, wow, he just completely demolishes Olofmeister. Olofmeister falls for it, just gets caught midair. Not a whole lot he can do as well. Kevlar, you know, you just start taking damage. So now all of these nades getting put to use here, but already they're trading frags and they're maintaining the man advantage, EnVy. This is really important. Smith with a second frag, looking for the third one here. Crims gets caught out on short, and Smith gets the remaining 3 frags defending this site. That is about as good as it gets for EnVy in the pistol round. Solid win for them. And Fnatic, that is not going to give them a lot of confidence going into the next one.
No, and like the setup that they had, even if EnVy don't go Arch, which they obviously didn't, but even then, the 3 people at Arch should be able to do, I think, more damage than they did. They let them buy very easily into quad, even after Pronax was like the guy spotting them and everything. So, I don't know. Looked like Fnatic had a really decent plan there, but they never really got to execute it at all, apparently. This time they do go for pistols, and even a scout, which just went down on JW, so not much action there. Over at Archway, it's Flusher waiting, pistol in hand, but he's also pretty much the only one at A right now. We'll see if they can make their way through. EnVy playing this one quite carefully. Everyone pretty close to each other, maybe with the exception of Happy, but he always seems to be alone over at Banana whenever EnVy is playing terrorist side here.
He likes to be the Lone Ranger. It's the same thing on Overpass. We'll go towards the B site when the rest of the team are on A. But Shoxy right now working his way up short. Pronax not quite hitting that timing well. They're Happy has been picked off. And Shoxy will be able to spray down Pronax. 2 kills for Shoxy with that means a lot of money in his pocket, and he's looking for more as well. There's a 3rd man on this site. He's going to get overwhelmed. Shoxy can't get there in time, but Kiyoshima picks up the frag, and it's still 4 members alive here for EnVy going into this plant. I'm wondering if Wolfmeister really wants to be risking this AK right now by poking around over here.
I would say definitely not, and I'm surprised EnVy aren't looking even more for him, but now they are starting to spread out. It could be that he's just thinking, I'm going to hide in like the most obvious spots. Hopefully they won't come check too much, and if they do, maybe only one of them.
For sure, okay.
Because,
if he can get this gun off of NBK, that would be pretty nice. I mean, he hears the steps coming up Arch.
He's looking for it. He's not that far off, but NBK's going to make it around the corner, and Olaf, well, could still turn around for the kill here, but he's just all the time going to be 1 second too late, which is a little bit frustrating. He's going to stay alive with the AK, though, and that's really the most important thing here. Can't catch NBK. The timing is really incredible. But going into the third round, this AK could make a big difference. But I mean, this is always like a big question. Some teams choose to put the AK in one bomb site and then the other 4 members in another bomb site. So to say, right, if they go, you know, A, maybe the AK is going to do it. If they go B, maybe everyone else is going to do it. But the problem is, if the AK dies, no one can pick it up. So I'm kind of, I'm kind of glad to see them stick at least a couple of people together with Olaf, just to make sure that if that goes down, maybe they can salvage it and keep it alive. But I think they got to play at least somewhat aggressive with it. And they're actually going to boost it up, I think, up on the canopy there.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Already Crim's getting taken down fairly low there. Shoxy, I think, got headshot to begin with. Molotov there to clear out the corner. And yeah, the AK has been boosted up on short. Oh, and he's just going to spot out NBK, but now the game is up. They know that he's up here, and he's going to have to back off. Smith has finally gotten rid of Flusha, so that's Arch open, but it looks like Envy are deciding to go back towards B. There's a bit of a trap here. The timing is perfect for JW, and he has a P250. He could actually get that kill.
Yeah, Crims had very little health, so he actually didn't want to join you. You can see Crims was like, I'm going to come and help you, JW, but I only have 20 health, and it's just not good enough at this point. Inside the bomb site, they will definitely take this corner, and he is going to end up going down. So now Olaf is in position over by Flowers, but he's also alone, and he tries to get the spray through. Not quite. That would have been so good. All alone, 1v3. He's done so much damage already, but he needs another kill in here, and he's going to take down Kiyoshima, actually pre-aiming the angle, and now comes back for more. Smiths is there. He goes down as well. Olafmeister, great kills coming in, but he's on 5 health, and he will go down. The UMP finishes it. Still a very successful round for Fnatic.
Yeah, very successful indeed. Shoxy, though, getting so many kills. Look at how much bank he has going into this. That SMG has paid off in spades for him. So nearly 10,000. He's going to be able to drop no problem at all for his teammates. Smiths, I'm curious to see if he's going to go for the AWP, but opts to go for the AK. So full rifles here for Envy. But that is a lot of the bank that they wanted to hold on to going into the next round, into the 5th round. It's been spent right here. So this is a big opportunity now for Fnatic to put a halt to the Envy momentum, the French momentum here at the beginning of the match. And slapping down NBK is a good way to start. Over the past couple of nights, NBK has been doing a lot of work early game for Envy, and he has just not had the opportunity to shine so far in this first map.
Yeah, that's a really big problem for Envy. Just losing someone that early in the round and not really doing much in return. They're going to try and see if they can walk out a balcony here. Well, Pronex says that they're not even welcome. Happy still waiting. Got to be careful. If he takes a step forward and Pronex stands up, that's it. They're going to lose a 3rd member here. Happy jumps and Pronex sees it, and he's going to end up being wafted away there. We're going to be in a 3v5 here as JW takes the one. Quick double here, and it's looking great for Fnatic. I mean, a very convincing round. Envy, yeah, without the entry frag, things get tough, but Happy will actually jump down to get the kill. That's not too bad. That's going to be all they see that round.
Yeah, I couldn't know that Pronex was still lurking back there. And not a whole lot that he can really do 1v5. But this is just surgical almost by Fnatic. Starting with NBK at the beginning, they just held their positions, and each time an Envy member showed their face, it was just promptly taken off. And there we go. That 3rd round, with how expensive it was, Envy now in the 5th, they would have had all the money they needed to go for a 2nd buy if they had just not taken 4 kills basically to the face in the 3rd round. So now Envy, they're going for some kind of quasi-buy here with Tech 9s and armor, just evening out their money. But Envy right now would love to have rifles again, so this is going to be a little bit of a problem and a bit of an opportunity here for Fnatic to start getting some bank going their way.
Oh, Shoxy. He nearly caught someone at the edge, then that would have been a good kill to start off with. Tech 9s are just so damn good. I think Fnatic, I mean, they must realize that they're in play, and I hope they play as defensively as they kind of are now. Because playing close to the middle like that is really dangerous. Instead, they have a really mean 3-way crossfire towards the middle and also covering balcony really well. Crims is maybe the only weak link here. And he doesn't have any grenades to hold back here, so he's going to have to do really well. Does some good damage, and it's actually a double kill. Almost miraculously, he comes up with a triple. Crims just really outplaying them at the moment. But Kiyoshima with 2 great deagle shots. Grenade here is going to kill Kiyoshima, and it's going to leave it all up to Shox. He ends up going down as well, but credit to Crims for playing it that well. That's the type of situation where they could have run through and just one-dinked him, and that would have actually been a really bad situation for Fnatic. So, well played on his part.
Yeah, very well played. Keeping his cool, even picking up that 3rd frag from behind sandbags. That's all you can ask of Crims in that scenario. Even getting 2 kills is enough for Crims. Like, that's like, okay, you know, you did your work. 1 for 1 is kind of squeaking by. 2 kills for Crims is good. 3 is stellar. And that leaves it pretty much open for Fnatic to get control back now that JW... It's not even JW, actually. force of habit, Olofmeister is going to be taking the op over to B site. And he's just going to pick off NBK. That comes down to timing right there. NBK looking the wrong way at the wrong time.
Yeah, no smoke at the bottom of Banana there. Should be maybe a big tell that for Envy that something's going on. Shoxy going to go down as well. And they need to find a way back in here. And Happy, maybe with the timing. Flusher emptying half his magazine. Happy, is he going to capitalize? He just tries to make it around the corner there, I think, but couldn't catch them.
This looks entirely too good right now. Happy does finally decide to wake up a little bit and pick off Crims. Turns it into a 2-on-3. Flusha still very low, so he's going to have to play very carefully here over from Library. Not wanting to get wrapped around on or anything of the sort.
But this could definitely be done, though. I mean, they don't have that much time, but because of the way Fnatic is spread out, if they get an entry frag here at A, they actually have a pretty good position. And how low Flusher is, look at it. One grenade in here would actually do the job. I mean, there's no way Kyoshima could know that. It'd be incredible if he just guessed it. But they have the chance to do it.
And Fnatic are playing this so well. He just barely gets spotted out, but Flusha, his angle works out perfectly. Kyoshima now knows there's somebody in pit. Had an opportunity there to take a shot at Pronax, but instead goes for the right call here. Best he can hope for really in this scenario is a bomb plant, and then try and play it out from here. But Pronax does manage to keep his cool, land the shot in the end, and in the end, Kyoshima does get what he needed out of that. 1v2 scenario, not really looking too hot for him unless he can get that kill instantly on Pronax from pit. So gets the bonus money for his team. His teammates are each going to get $800 that round now that he planted the bomb. So
yeah, he didn't have the time to play around either and take long fights with them and make it like a 1v1 before he put the bomb down. There's just not much time left. So 3-3, they get the bomb plant down and they're going to force it up. They realize they did kill a lot of Fnatic members that round. Olofmeister still with the AWP though. And we'll see. Fnatic, 3 rounds in a row for them. Obviously a good start on the CT side. Bringing it back. But Envy, I mean, especially now that Fnatic has low money, they need to really capitalize on this. Coming around quick, and Olofmeister not going to get the flick here. They just overpower him in the middle. Flusher, they almost line up for him. That could have been awful, but it turns out great. Now it's on Pronax here. Fighting apartments, fighting quad at the same time, falling back. And backup is coming quick here, so they got to keep moving on Envy's side. This is looking very bad for Fnatic.
It's such a quick turn. JW very quickly up short, however, he's going to catch Shoxy, but that bomb gets planted. If he could have stopped the bomb from getting planted, that would have been fantastic. But now instead, he has to work his way onto this site. And guess what? Smith is waiting for him with the AWP, and it's down to Crims now. And him taking that spray into Little Pit just gave away his position. Envy know exactly where he is now. And as the smoke clears, there's just not going to be enough time for him to get the job done. He's going to have to back off and save. Envy just spotted that movement as well. So Envy, they should have enough HP now to even want... They could hang around in pit if they wanted to, but it looks like they are going to back down mid instead.
I love that smoke that was put down by JW into the car to make sure that he didn't have to worry too much about pit and also apartments and actually Blume's that high up. So that's kind of clever, but Envy just showing that sometimes changing the pace is the right idea, and getting that close up middle, especially up second mid, meant Olofmeister, I mean, even if he gets the flick and kills someone, he will go down after that. So that's a good investment there. And then it looked like they were lining up for Flusher for a moment, which is really scary, but they all survived, and that kind of entry fragging is hard to come by. I'm going to leave Envy in a good position.
Envy getting 4 rounds. I was starting to worry if Fnatic had figured out Envy. Had figured out what was making them tick and if they were going to be able to get more rounds on their T side. But actually, just now getting into the half point of the round pretty much over the half, Envy have got 4. Realistically, they only really need 5 or 6. If they can get up to 6, they're going to be very pleased. So there's been a lot of pressure taken off of Envy's shoulders at this point with that 4th round. And now Fnatic are the ones who are sweating because they had to go for a force buy in this scenario. So if Envy could pick this one up, they could actually run away with this half. So all the pressure now on Fnatic, and you can see this in their game as well. There are no shenanigans this time. No peeking mid, no running around trying to push down Banana or anything of the sort. They are holding back and making sure that Envy are going to be the ones playing the clock and having to take the fights when it comes to it.
Pronax getting the kill on Happy, and maybe with the underhand flash that he's so well known for at this point. JW going to trade evenly with Kyoshima, and well, we're into a 4v3. The clock is really starting to get a little bit too low for comfort here for Envy. They have a lot of work to do still. MBK goes down, and Flusher. Smith just kind of walks into that fire there. Pronax going to come up with a double kill at the end to make it a 4v4. Just tying the score at 4-4. Good stuff indeed. I'm looking at the scoreboard here, and Kyoshima and Smith are actually the 2 top fraggers. So recently, or last night when we saw EnVy play, it wasn't really them. It was mostly Happy, Shox, and MVK, especially Happy and MVK doing an incredible amount of work. So it's good to see that that they've got more players who are stepping it up here. Because it can't be too long before Happy and MVK start to wake up even more.
No, definitely not. I mean, that's the thing. That's how both of these teams work, in fact. Because yesterday, closing it out, at least for Fnatic, it was pretty much like the JW Olafmeister show. Whereas in this scenario, I believe Crims is actually doing a lot of work for him. So all of these players, there's so much talent.
They almost managed to catch Crims then, but Olafmeister just catches his, or has his back covered and gets 2 kills for it. And they eventually kill Crims. But now Olafmeister is buying time with the Molotov as well. And look how low they're dropping. Flusher to get the kill. And this is not good for EnVy. They thought they had an opportunity to catch Crims, and they very nearly did. Happy coming with 2, and a 3rd one through the smoke. Fnatic probably misplaying their position quite hard then. And Pronax now going to be in a 1v2. Comes in with a good kill on Smith there, but Happy's got a chance to make it a quad for himself. Grenade all the way in the back. It can't kill him. In fact, it bounces on top of the box and won't do any damage at all.
Oh, and I love this battle between the 2 in-the-game leaders, the 2 masterminds of these teams. Clock is ticking, however. Pronax does have a kit, so he does have a little bit more time to play with, but he has to make his move now. He has to push up, try and take the fight with Happy, and Happy just takes that extra step out wide. Pronax not able to adjust his aim in time, and that right there was a very solid win for EnVy. And that's a problem, especially after how decisively Fnatic won the last round. For EnVy to come right back in here with a 4-spy, no less. Losing NBK and Shoxy, I believe those were the 2 guys who actually didn't have anything on the team. The rest of them were picking up rifles. So a 4-spy gamble actually pays off for the Frenchman.
So I actually think what went wrong that round is that Olafmeister played it quite well staying hidden as long as he did, but his teammates who wanted to come and help him just kind of charged through the smoke, and Happy just picked them off. And they didn't need to. They could have just waited for Olafmeister and said, look, let's both, you know, do something at the same time.
What's worse is like pre-fire spots, right? Because Happy is going for like the likely spots where they'll be standing, and that CT spray is pretty much like, okay, he might be by Van, I'm going to put some shots. Oh, there he is, right? You know, so predictable play, but then JW, man, if anybody, especially now, he's certainly evolved his op play on Inferno. It used to be predictable. It used to be that everybody knew JW goes into Boiler, and he may be just sitting looking towards T-Apps. Like, he does this round after round after round. Now JW plays everywhere on this map, so it's very difficult to deal with. Oh, and he gets a double tag. He gets a double tag mid. Smith's down to 1 HP.
Oh, that's going to be frustrating. EnVy, they had Fnatic at the brink of an eco. Now they're in almost a 5v2 here. Smith just has to get tickled, and he's going to keel over as well. Crims, mag 7 in hand. There's the grenade to finish Smith's, and flawless round from Fnatic. That's convincing. And it has to be. EnVy could do it 5 rounds. They could definitely come back and win 11 in, like 11 on the CT side. That's very likely. So Fnatic definitely a little bit pressured here early on.
And yeah, you can tell this. You can see the story. This shouldn't be a force out of EnVy. In fact, they are kind of skimping. I thought that they would invest a little bit more. They do have a couple of guys who are up there at the 2,500 mark. We can see their Shoxy in the middle, but it's just going to be a couple of P250s here. See what they can do with this. Olafmeister, I mean, this is also a pressure play coming out here from Fnatic. Essentially just trying to make sure that EnVy cannot get comfortable. Even if EnVy are on pistols, Fnatic want to just beat them up. So that's why, you know, aggressive push down banana, poking around at mid with JW, just trying to make sure that EnVy can't get comfortable over there.
JW getting shot in the face like that. I mean, a few inches more and that would have been 1 kill. So very, very scary. Pronax putting out some shots in the middle. And looks like EnVy might want to try and see if they could just rush in here at the same time and take the fight dead on. And they will kill Pronax as well. Flusher coming in to help out. Gonna get a double spray. NBK and Happy both going down there. So they only lose Pronax. And that's good news for Fnatic. And EnVy, it's a tough choice. I mean, I think they're probably going to try and force it up here. I'd be surprised actually if they go for too much ecoing. But it is always questionable, because if they do that, that also means they won't have any ops to fight JW with, for instance.
But okay, you know, them going for it, this I definitely approve. Because like we were saying, dude, they have 5 rounds. Where's the harm in ecoing another, just to make sure that you have everything you need going into potentially getting a 6th round?
Yeah.
You still have some rounds left in this half, so I like the fact that EnVy, they keep their cool, because you have teams like that. And in the past, remember Titan, when they used to force up every single round, and you're just like, oh, you know, that's really risky. Like, you're risking a lot. Whereas EnVy now, they buy the next round, and then they'll have enough to be even forced up after that.
Wonderful position looking over the smoke like that. They're all going to run in through quad, but there's 3 people, or actually 2 just now. A third one coming in soon, and they are getting sandwiched in at the moment here and getting shut down. Smith's going to go down. Flusher, the only one to fall on the Fnatic side, so pretty good job from the Swedish team here. And Flusher's currently top fragging at 13, and let's be honest, I mean, there's been a couple of games as of late where, and it's most especially, I think, the MLG tournament, where Flusher's kind of been, like, underperforming compared to his usual level, so...
Yeah, great to see him picking it up.
Yeah, a bad omen if you're on the opposing team, though, because Flusher can be really scary.
Well, it's just like, think about it. If Flusher starts waking up, Wolfmeister, Flusher, Crims, JW, like...
Yeah.
Those are terrifying names. Those are names that inspire fear. JW now, I mean, this is it. You know, goes, looks into T apartments. You have teams that should be flashing in here. And whenever JW has that AWP, they know that he has the sniper rifle. Instead, it's just going to be Happy getting slapped around a little bit. They do manage to find Shoxy as well. There's the parting HE nade, just like an afterthought, chucked out there, and Happy runs right into it. So 2 kills for Fnatic, hardly having taken any damage at all as well. JW's the only one who's even been bruised up.
And I think JW actually had the Tech 9 out to do the damage to Happy to begin with, and then he just follows up with a grenade. That's some very cheeky play. Fnatic smoking off over at B. They don't want to challenge, and they really shouldn't either. Smiths almost checks the corner, but not quite, and Flusher somehow has the timing to just come in and get that kill. So now things are looking really good for Fnatic here. They could finish this 10-5. Because, again, EnVy won't have that much money to play with. They just had a round where they bought Tech 9 armor.
Yeah.
Now they're fully bought, and they don't get the bomb plant down here. It's going to be, I don't know, a little bit less than...
Should be, what, 3 rounds in a row that they've lost now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, 3 rounds, soon to be 4. So they might be able to cobble together some kind of force if they wanted to. No, yeah, they'll definitely be ecoing.
Yeah, they could probably go for like a semi-buy just with, again, they could go pistol armor and they'd have enough for the last round. I mean, that wouldn't be too bad either. So, you know, might as well try and give yourself an opening if you can.
I'm surprised that we still see so many CZs on T side for EnVy. Like Happy and Keo not going over to that Tech 9 just yet. That's interesting.
Wait, they get so many kills with them, though. It's hard to question, really. But you're right. I mean, the Tech 9 is just such a good pistol. It's scary. Really scary. Flush up, putting down the Molotov to try and force them back a little bit. And MBK getting ready to smoke off. You're going to smoke off a little pit here so that there's no one waiting at the corner. If they do get through Arch, makes me think they're definitely going to run this way where Flusher is. Because that smoke is going to help them so that Flusher doesn't fall back to the next corner and wait. It's actually right here where Flusher is. Is the smoke going to come in?
No, so MBK adjusted it, used it for short instead.
All right. Well, regardless, they kind of get decimated as they come through. And, yeah, but I think the position where Flusher falling back, that's exactly where the smoke would have landed the first time around where MBK was looking. And that's some forward thinking. I'm ashamed they, you know, it's a shame they didn't do that. But there it is. The 15th round is coming up now. And EnVy, again, if you're an EnVy fan here, and I'm sure there are a bunch out in the chat, I wouldn't be too worried about what's going on right here. They can definitely bring this back. They're just looking to get a little bit more in this first half, but they already have done a lot.
And Shoxy going for an AWP here. I love the fact that JW decides to go up into the bedroom. However, he's going to catch them completely off guard. This is literally him going to jump right in, and JW misses the shot.
Wow.
Incredible. Thought that would be a freebie, and now he's boxed in here.
He gets Happy through the floor, but still goes down to Shox, who's also very low on health. He's actually still done a hell of a lot here, JW. And with Flusher picking up the return kill, it isn't looking too bad. Pronex playing edge of the fire here, and are they going to realize? They might not realize that he's going to be this close because the flames were just there. And now he's going to fall back. Happy wants to get in for a return kill. Pronex peeking while reloading, which is definitely not a good idea. He just kind of gave Happy a free kill.
Way back in, that's a real problem. Olofmeister, however, is in a great position. They both peek around. Like,
Yeah.
Elementary mistakes made by both teams, actually. Both peeking the same angle together. They just weren't expecting that much action on short, and Happy's only got 4 HP. Olofmeister's just like, whatever, YOLO! Runs right through this, runs right through the flames.
Yeah, fitting that it's Olofmeister doing that. That's going to put us into the second half really early on here, so... just to sum this up, if you're just joining us, you're pretty much right on time. It's the second half. First map here between Fnatic and EnVy. It is the rematch of yesterday. Yesterday it went to 2 maps, and then we had 5 overtimes, and Fnatic managed to take both maps today. I guarantee you Envy are going to want to change that situation and see if they can't upset the situation. If they can actually just win this pistol, I think they're going to be in a really good trajectory towards winning here. Shocks does spot a couple of people second mid and probably backed up by NBK who heard them running. So they're going to know that there's a bunch of people in apps in second mid, and that's all right. Now, can they just find the entry frag?
Happy giving up ground very quickly there. I thought that he might hang around on balcony, seeing as how he had an extra man in pit to help him. Yeah, they are playing this very carefully indeed here, Envy. About as far back as they can get. NBK is the one kind of in an awkward spot because he's looking at two angles at the same time. Now he's just going to focus on short, but it's apartment short. That position from pit is so powerful. NBK is pretty much the linchpin here for the Envy defense, so long as he can hold this point. There you go! The instant headshot, and he's looking at short. He spots 3 coming up as well. There's all the information his team needs.
He sent JW flying, and now Happy gonna pick up the kill on Crim, so still looking all right for Envy. MBK coming up with a good double kill, looking for one more shot here. The bomb is planted, yes, but it's in a pretty awkward spot, so inside the bomb side, Pronax actually doing great work here. That's surprised he could get that kill, and Flusher immediately has snuck all the way around. He's gonna get the kill on MBK. Kiyoshima is on it, but he's gonna have to come off for a moment. He doesn't have a kit. Flusher is playing this perfectly at the moment. Very, very cool Counter-Strike, and he's gonna execute Kiyoshima, and that is a big problem for Envy. You saw that the very second they put the bomb down, Flusher had that plan in mind. He ran out and just started to flank around. That's very, very cool.
We might even see it in the replay. Gotta love JW and the hops right there. But yeah, Flusher, he's already got his hop on. Well, okay, we don't see it in the replay, but he just took off down short. And NBK, he was coming around the pillar and didn't see it. Didn't see him make it around there. So that's Flusher in the element of surprise. Basically, just Flusher things, right? Doing his thing right there.
Absolutely love that play. That's really some really forward thinking.
It feels like the return of like the Flusher of old, you know, the clutch player who always came through in the clutch for Fnatic, that they could count on round after round. Whenever it got tight, Flusher was going to be there to save it. So once again, Flusher here, the hero of Fnatic, and well, Shoxy, he's going to take out Crims. Decides to go for more, and Pronax isn't going to let that. He's not going to let that pass.
And if they can bring it back in this round, they'll still be in a pretty decent position. But if they end up losing this one and the next one, and it's going to be 13-5 before they really start to make their mark, that might be not enough. Fnatic are still a really good team on T side Inferno. You have to remember that much. They're not like some other teams that mainly play good on CT side and just can't really pick up any terrorist rounds. That's definitely not Fnatic.
I'm very surprised right now that Shoxy would go for the repeak, but also now they get forced back. Kiyoshima with his scout down to 40 HP. He's going to be playing from pit right now, but they are looking for the rotator at this point. Fnatic, they want to see. There's the smoke to block off library. Olofmeister has caught out Kiyoshima. Not sure if they realize that Happy's right behind him, but JW whips around in time, takes his head off with that ump, and this is now just down to the last man alive here in this pit. Smiths, but not for long. And BK at this point, the best he can hope for is an exit. Some kind of return on his investment here, because picking up that Nova, 1,200 bucks, he wants to get at least one frag with it.
At least one, and if he could save it, I mean, that would still be all right. But, because it could be put to use next round and all that stuff. It looks like they're going to fall all the way back. JW going to walk the other way, so MBK probably just going to escape this round, unless he does turn back. Does he have a clue that this might be going on? Oh, does the damage. And JW's just going to hide, so nothing really much comes of it. In fact, I'm always willing to say that's almost a little bit worse, because now they know NBK has a shotgun going into this round, and if he hadn't pulled out the pellets there, maybe they would have just been ignorant of that fact.
He could have hit him banana. He could have had some kind of close quarter position where they might have just run right into it. You're right.
And now, I mean, if I was Fnatic, I definitely want to try and grenade any close positions. We'll have to see where MBK is actually running this round.
Looks like he is going to hang around on A site, and it is going to be in apartments. Okay. The Fnatic have got to realize, look at that. Exactly. They're already nading the likely spaces he might try and hide with this shotgun. So Olofmeister is pretty much, he's in a very dangerous position right here. NBK just annihilates him.
Yeah, really good kill. Goes for a second one. He actually spots a person there. But now he's getting outflanked. He takes down Pronax as well. MBK still got 4 shells left, but he's going to get overrun. That's still a very good return there. 2 kills like that. A lot of money on his side, and so well worth saving that shotgun.
Makes a decent profit off of it.
Yeah. Kyoshima waiting, but he walks out just as JW is there. It's going to be a fairly easy kill. Down middle, I think Happy's close, but he's got the USPS, and hard to get many kills with that if you're against the AK.
Oh, look at Happy, though, right now. Flusha knows, though. Flusha knows! But Happy still lands the shots and gets the kill. He knows that they want to get that gun, and Crims is not going to allow Happy to pick up an AK. There's like 2 AKs down there. Of course, Happy's going to want to run there, and Smith is going to be able to pick one up. Is he?
No, he's just going to go for the P250. He wants the timing. You look at the clock, there's almost no time left. If they go for the standard plant, this could be huge for him. He's looking for the kill, but no! JW retakes apartments, and it's going to be a triple kill. Oh, Smiths, I mean, that's not really his fault, but it's one of those situations where if they play it just a tiny bit differently, if they go and check inside bomb site, both of them, and then they try and plant, if he can see them from the apps, he can win the round, but that's tough, really tough for EnVy. 13-5. They're going to have to come back here and almost win 11 rounds in a row. They can afford to give up one round along the way. And preferably they want to give up that one round right when Fnatic have basically won 5 in a row, or lost 5 in a row. They can just give them a round, put them at 14, and then start winning again.
Exactly.
Because winning 11 in a row is kind of hard. Even on Inferno. Could be rough.
Let's see. I mean, Fnatic right now have got all the edges, all the advantages, and now they have taken over apartments once again. Crims is, well, we can see him leaping up here. Bedroom is clear. And now EnVy, this is Kyoshima in the likely spot, his usual spot. He's nearly always just set up here on short. They are going for the counter boost up here. Going for a bit of JW style. JW, though, it's like style points for JW. He can do this boost alone. Because he needs somebody to help him. He just comes jumping over from balcony.
Oh, speak of the devil. Should be glad that that did not spread into the corner far enough. Because that's no fun at all. Well, we can tell it's going to be a clear B execute here. And the thing is, Happy's going to get smoked off any second. And MBK is going to be somewhat alone. In fact, that smoke could be for the plant here. Fnatic could want to not even clear the bomb site, but just plant right at the edge. Happy should be going down, but they're not finding him. How is he still alive? He's 19 health. Finally drops, and MBK is going to fall next. And Fnatic, well, this time they do get the bomb site, so that smoke forward there not going to help them, and not going to be necessary. Molotov to keep Smiths back, and you want to see if someone was actually going to run through there. They're going to fight Pronax instead, and he's going to get both the kills, and that's a big round for Fnatic. They could be taking that 14th round a lot earlier than EnVy had planned for.
Yeah, they're playing really scared right now, or at least that attempt to take the fight there, the hesitation, that moment's hesitation, that's what costs you. And Smiths, man, likelihood of you getting out of here alive, pretty much nil. Like, they've got him boxed in. Pronax is saving the AWP. And actually, Fnatic aren't even interested in taking this fight. Smiths will make it out, actually. Thought that they would try and hunt him down. Oh, but then he just goes up with the bomb, so yeah, right. Olafmeister, like, from the grave, reaches back and like, I'm taking you with me! I'm using the bomb!
That's actually a really big deal. Again, EnVy have their backs against the wall. This is nothing like yesterday. I mean, I was coming in here expecting double, triple, quadruple overtime, please. But Fnatic is saying no thank you.
I'm thinking it's the mental block. Fnatic have trouble with Titan. I'm wondering if now, you know, EnVy are going to start having trouble with Fnatic. And we're going to have this kind of love triangle up there, right? You know, just...
I mean, this is the wonderful thing about the top level of Counter-Strike at the moment, is that there are so many teams that can beat each other at the moment. Gets better and better all the time. I like the Molotov with the HE follow-up, because if you are in that bedroom and the Molotov goes down and you're just a bit slow to react and the HE hits you, you're going to get slowed down from the tagging, which I, by the way, still think is a bit too much. I don't actually think grenades should apply slow at all. But right now they do, and it's actually a pretty big deal. Well, they've lost Flusha on that Fnatic side. It's time for EnVy to step it up, isn't it? JW is going to get the kill, but he goes down in return. Max 7 for AWP. Crim's going to try and pick it up. There's still a man up on the EnVy side, and I say that, and they lose Smiths.
What a shot from Olafmeister, though. He had a pixel to spot Smiths there, and he still gets the job done. But look at Shoxy. Shoxy's on a mission right now. He's going to have the perfect flank. They aren't going to expect this at all. They will never expect this. If they get up on short right now, they may plant safe, and he's going to be in a great position to drop the bomb carrier out in the open. Very nicely done there by Shoxy, hitting that timing. Now he even has an AWP to play with.
Yeah, bomb is going to go down inside, but Man advantage. Olofmeister gets dropped. Shoxy doing all the work here. They're jumping to try and look for Crims. NBK cheekily on top of that box. And going to be a 6th round. Now let's see. How many Cosmic Karma points can we get into this game if EnVy are the ones making the comeback here? If it's like a reversal of yesterday where they just go back and get overtime from being so far behind, exactly like Fnatic were doing, that would actually be the perfect story, wouldn't it?
And then we go into what? Like, do we have to seek like total balance though? Do we need like 3 overtimes on this first map at that point?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like now we have to go all in here. We need that much.
All right, guys. Well, let's see. I mean, this could be the beginning of, well, big things, great things.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm ready. Can EnVy deliver? Shox saw the remnants of an underhand throw there. Obviously, a little bit too soon, not catching anybody. And Kiyoshima is holding Archway with Smiths as well. This is always like a good little detail. They're gonna see Smiths first and maybe even lose a man to him. And then Kiyoshima is there to pick up the slack in case they charge in to try and kill Smiths or anything like that. A lot of angles being looked at here. Fnatic, they just want that one opening. They're not being granted one just yet. Well, there it is.
Man, that patience from JW. Oh, Smiths comes right back, however. Catches JW off guard, and that, unfortunately, was just bad timing for JW. Unscoping just as Smith steps out.
Yeah, it looked like he was even playing around with the scope a little bit then, just, you know, unscoping, rescoping, and double scoping, and then kept going back and forth a couple of times. Fnatic into the middle here. Kiyoshima with a good headshot, shutting down Crims before he even gets a chance at double kill as well. Great play from Kiyoshima. And the bomb is dropped in the middle with 10 seconds left, so Fnatic just going to forfeit the round and try and fall back. 14-7 is going to be the scoreline here. And EnVy making it out with 5 members alive, which is very important.
And the patience on both sides. This is that scenario, that near perfect scenario for EnVy. Flusha stays alive, and that was crucial because he's not, as you guys can see there on the left, not making money, seeing as how he lived through the end of the round without a bomb plant.
Oh, that shot.
That shot, okay.
Not a lot of space.
But that's about as good as it gets there for EnVy, because they play so patiently, so perfectly, that by the time Fnatic, it's go time, they have 20 seconds left, and the bomb is dropped, and then they feel so much pressure actually having to make something happen that they can't get the kills. So EnVy, that CT side, giving Fnatic nothing to play off of. And now it's the force buy out of Fnatic here.
Did MBK spot them? I think he did. Molotov going to go down, but they're going to keep running through. They got the Tech 9s, and he's going to get overrun. Shot into the fountain. Happy? He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to wait for his teammates here, and this is crazy. He's going to go down as well, and Smiths gets a shot blind through the smoke as well on JW. That kind of makes up for Happy's mistake then. We're going to be in a 3v3 with the bomb down, admittedly. Flusha has an AK, and I think Pronax probably has one too.
Exactly, they have guns right now. And there you go, Pronax gets the angle on Shoxy. Now it's Smith and Kiyoshima, last 2 alive. Fresh smoke's going down, however, and they decide to back off. They decide to hold on to their guns. Crims just hoping to get lucky through this smoke. Not going to get anything out of it.
I think that was a bit overzealous on Happy's part. I think they were in a 4v3 like that. They could have done pretty well. Well, it's going to be 15-7. Map point currently for Fnatic and EnVy. They owe us more than this, Semmler.
They do.
We were promised more.
I'm still kind of stunned at how I came into this match really expecting a close battle between both of these teams, and EnVy are just getting steamrolled right now. Getting 5 rounds in the first half, I mean, even that is feasible so long as EnVy can get the pistol round, get moving, and, you know, things seem to go their way at least, but Fnatic right now are just running away with this, although Smith does get a fantastic pick. Olofmeister, however, catches Shoxy out in the apartments on the other side of the map, and the over-rotation, not an over-rotation, in fact, seeing as how Fnatic are currently working their way up around Arch, and they may be able to catch somebody off guard here. NBK holding close with the swag.
Falls back, Happy, gonna go down. In the pit, Kiyoshima's waiting, and he's gonna have to do, well, all the work. 1v4. They can do whatever they like. There's pretty much nothing Kiyoshima could do at this point here. He takes down Olof, but they could just run to P and put the bomb down. They don't even have to fight him. Good job on Kiyo, at least, to get the 2 kills in. But again, As the bomb goes down in B, how's Kyoshima to know where JW is hiding?
Well, JW's going to give him a fighting chance, right? Takes a smile. Well, I mean, while that smoke is up, there's a reason why. Or at least there's an opportunity for JW to catch him off guard. Split second there, JW takes the shot, risks it, but now this is still time getting burned off the clock for Kyoshima. And if JW sees, well, he's not Arch, he's not Library, he can only come from Banana, this is good information here for Fnatic to build a defense on. Pronax as well.
Good shot there. Kyoshima with the triple. Goes for the straight defuse. He's holding it down, and Pronax climbs out to finish the game, or finish the map, 16-7. And I think at the end, like at the start of that last round, I think it was 20 for the top frag round.